Good morning, everyone. Welcome to First Church of Religious Science here in New York City. I want to welcome everyone on our Zoom call, all of you who have been here for the morning meditation. Good morning, and all of you who have just signed in. A special hello to you, folks who are watching us on Facebook this week and who are watching us on YouTube as well, and on X and the other platforms. Jimmy and I are getting all of your messages. We're a bit overwhelmed with just all the good cheer and the appreciation. First of all, it's our appreciation to you to provide the lessons to you. It's what we're here for. So we're delighted to have everybody here together. We're really delighted to have people participate after every session. There's a time where there's a couple minutes for everyone to share who wants to share. If nothing more, just say hello and where you're from, especially if it's your first time joining us. We'd like to at least say hello to you. So at First Church, Religious Science, everything we do is, it's called a love offering. Whatever we do is based upon people giving what they can, and if they can. And if they can't, that's fine. In our chat box there are options for support. So if anyone feels moved to support, Raymond Charles Barker, our founding pastor, used to say, please give us your, if you're going to make a donation, donate your happy money. So I'll leave it at that. But there's no charge for anything we do. But thank you, all of you, any of you who do make a contribution. And if you can't do that, send a message, let your friends know about the work we do, and encourage them to join in. Today's lesson is about getting unstuck. Now, metaphysically, it's not possible to be stuck. I'll start out by saying that, but we get in places in our lives where things seem to be working against us. We have a little poem. We have several poems today. In the middle of the path of our life, I found myself in a dark wood where the clear way was lost. What can I do when the road disappears? When stuck feels like the only gear? Take a breath, let go of fear, because possibilities are always near. So because we have a little bit of time today, I thought I'd do a reading for you, and I want to revisit a reading that I've done, I think, once in the past year. I usually do this reading once or twice. I'm sure many of you know it. It sets the tone nicely for this morning, for this day, so you can just relax and let its words just go into your being so you can take it in. Today, we're going to name it A Guide for Your Journey. And it's an actual adaptation for Max Ehrmann's Desiderata, which again, I think most of you know. And here it is. Go placidly amidst the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others. Even the dull and the ignorant, they too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself to others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than ourselves. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. However humble, it's a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many, many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. First and foremost, be yourself. Especially don't feign affection. Neither be cynical about love For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, love is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born out of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You, yes, you are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it's clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with it, whatever you conceive it to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it's still a very beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy, live the affirmative life. So I think that's a beautiful way to start us off today. So today's talk is entitled Getting Unstuck. We often affirm here in religious science, in our spiritual center, that we're always in the perfect place at the perfect time. But what if it doesn't feel like we are? What if you actually feel like you are in a slump? So if you feel like you're in a slump, or what if we don't feel like it's the perfect place, perfect time? What if it's not ringing true for you at this moment in time? And as I was thinking about these questions for the lesson, then my mind was drawn back to a book that I've done lessons on before over the years by Dr. Seuss, which was entitled, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And it's given oftentimes to people when they graduate. You know, it's a graduation present. Oh, the places you'll go. So there's one part of that book where the character is in a slump. And so considering today's topic is getting unstuck, I thought, well, let me look and see what Dr. Seuss had to say about that subject. And he says, there will be times where you can get so confused that you'll start to race down long, wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place. He called it the waiting place, where we're waiting, where people are just waiting for a train to go or a bus to come, or a plane to go or the mail to come, or the rain to go or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or just another chance. Everyone is just waiting. And then he says, no, that's not for you. And I'll say that's not for any of us in religious science, any of us in New Thought. That's not for any of you who are practicing this teaching. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying stuck. You, anyone who's on this call, who's practicing the affirmative life, are destined for bright places where the boom bands are playing. So hitch your wagon to the stars, because you're destined to live and experience great things. This quote from Dr. Seuss perfectly encapsulates the idea of getting unstuck, getting out of a slump or a passive state and moving towards a more vibrant and active phase of life. Ernest Holmes always reminded us that we have power to use, and it will respond to us. So we want to start using the power we have. First we have to be aware that we have it. And now that you know that you have it, that you're one with the one, I'm challenging you to begin to use it consciously. We have power available. It's in us. It responds to us. If we find ourselves in a situation that we really want to change, that we wish to change, our teaching is clear. In these moments, all we have to do is go within and release the need to cling to our current circumstances. So whatever it is, you can say, I release the need in me for this, that, or the other thing. I release the need in me for the pattern of whatever it would be. This journey that we're on is never about the other person. I say that many weeks. In truth, there's no thing outside of me. And you could say that for yourself. In truth, there's nothing outside of me. So we have to come to the conclusion in religious science that we are creating our own world. We are the authors to our own experiences. So we're writing the script, we're assigning roles to people. So the journey is not about others. It's always going to be about us, about me with me, and vice versa. It's our responsibility to grow and to evolve and to become more empowered. One of my favorite teachers, Dr. Bill, used to say, you've come here to grow and to express life. You're an inlet and outlet of spiritual activity. And you're here again to express. Dr. Bill used to teach his classes telling people life is a bit like going to school. He said a schoolhouse where you had many, many lessons, some of which you don't particularly like, but all of them are there for you to expand and to grow. And so if something's more or less I used to say on my dance card, if something's there for you, it's not happening to you. It's there. It's time for you to look at something in a different way. And we learn to embrace whatever is going on. As you look back on it, you're going to see that it was definitely there for you. So Raymond Charles Barker wrote the book, The Power of Decision, and I was going to use him today, but the lesson would become too lengthy. But our lives are framed by multiple or a multitude of decisions that we make each and every day. Starting from the moment we wake up or the alarm clock goes off, we're always making decisions. Just as soon as we open our eyes in the morning to when they close at night. All of these choices they can go from the simplest thing, the most mundane thing, to the most significant. It's whether I'm going to have toast or I'm going to have boiled eggs or what breakfast to eat or how to respond to a friend in need. There's lots of things that people ask of you and how you respond to these questions, whether to spend your resources or save your resources, or how to react when there's a lot of stress, how to react with calmness, or, perhaps that's not the correct answer, but it's still going to be a decision. Every decision nudges our life forward in one direction or another. If I decide to be miserable and reactive, or if I keep reacting, then I'm going to set in motion a lot of circumstances. If I decide to live the affirmative life, then that's going to bring forth a whole different set of circumstances. Ernest Holmes, who's the author of our textbook, once said, "The best use of my mind is to think thoughts that create and attract all the good that I desire in my life." So is that the way we use our minds? I certainly try to do it that way. Again, the best use of our minds, he said, is to think thoughts that create and attract all the good I desire in my life. Speaking for myself, I've been working with my consciousness for many, many years, and I use affirmations all the time. And when I find I'm off track, I double down on the affirmations. And I'll take the time out to do an affirmative prayer, because an affirmative prayer, in the glossary, in the textbook, I often say this: it's the time, it's the art, it's the method of ridding this negativity, this negation from our mind, so that, we can have the demonstrations we want. So Holmes quote today: the best use of our mind is to think thoughts that create and attract all the good that I desire in my life. So take that as a hint. Lift your thoughts on high. Develop positive expectancy. Release the need for the negatives. Whenever you find yourself going in that direction, stop yourself. Or as I've always said in many classes, stop in the name of love. As soon as you see yourself going in that direction, everybody on this call, you're all smart. And as soon as you see yourself doing it, stop yourself and turn that thinking around. So here's an affirmation to guide your daily choices. You can guide your choices like a skilled sailor, setting his or her sails with intention. So let us set our minds towards our desired destinations. Let's create a vision, a bigger vision. Imagine awakening each morning, for example, with the great realization that you are a direct expression of Source. You can wake up and just realize, I'm one with God. I'm one with Spirit. And my goodness, I'm awake in it. I'm an aspect, an individualization of it. And that's something to be excited about. The fact that you even know that. And not only am I aware that I'm a part of it, that I have it within me, and I have access to all information in me, all knowledge in me. So I'm an inlet and outlet of this activity, and I have direct access to it. And oh my goodness, I wake up in the morning with that realization. It's really profound. I realize that I'm one with the one. This kind of awareness potentially can change everything. I think people say the words without even feeling it. So maybe waking up just with this realization that, my goodness, I'm one with it. I'm a direct expression of it. This awareness again can change everything. It can transform, or does, if you have that realization, it transforms how you view yourself, your life, and every choice you make. So in our classes, we nurture this awareness through all our spiritual practices, our daily affirmations. Affirm with me now: I am a unique expression of the divine. That's a good one. You could say that all day long, and it'll be true from morning till evening. I am a unique expression of the divine. Then I'll throw in from Louise, I love myself the way I am. I love, accept, and approve of myself exactly as I am. The affirmation again is, I am a unique expression of the divine. Today, I choose to recognize my divinity and make choices that reflect my highest self. So this is the second one for you today. Again, the first was, I am a unique expression of the divine. And second, today, I choose to recognize my divinity and make choices that reflect my highest self. This realization that we are an individualization of Source, if you really take that in and you take in your being, I am an individualization of Source, of God life. I am one with this energy. If you really take that in, it will astonish you each and every day where you bring that realization right into your core. I am one with it. It's in me, operating through me. As Louise Hay often taught, affirming our divine nature helps us realize our life's potential. Because as you invite Spirit in, I mean, it's there already, but as you consciously, bring it into your consciousness, like, my God, I'm awake in it, right? It's astonishing. It's just, it is so profound. There's really not much more to say. So realize you are one with that thing that can't really be totally described or described well enough. Here's another one from her. I am in awe of the divine nature within me that endlessly shows me my way. That's beautiful too. I am in awe of the divine nature within me that is endlessly showing me the way. So let's set our intentions today so we embrace this realization, this power. As we consider our current state, whatever it is for each of us, as we consider our current state and then we consider the infinite possibilities that are before us and within us. We must make a decision. Are we going to remain indifferent? How can you be indifferent to the idea you have this power within you that responds to you? But yet a lot of people are. I think they hear the words, but they don't take them in. So the question is, as we consider our current state and circumstances and the infinite possibilities before us and within us, we get to decide, are you going to remain indifferent to this power that you have, this presence, and fail to use it? So I don't want to be indifferent to it, and I want to use it. I want to learn to use it. And Holmes always said, we have this power. It's within us. It's greater than us. We're a part of it, and we can use it. We're using it sometimes destructively. If we have a lot of negative thinking and worry thoughts, then we're definitely using our power in a destructive fashion. If we work with it, if we work on developing positive expectancy, no matter what, I'm here to see the God and the good. In each and every encounter, it's a holy encounter, even if I'm not particularly happy with perhaps the situation. There's good in it, and I know that. And I'm a practicing religious science person. I'm a new thought person. We call ourselves truth students. It's a term I learned many years ago, because we're focused on the truth of God, the idea that this presence, this power is in you, it's operating through you, it's everywhere present, it's in everyone you can imagine, it's in anywhere you can imagine, from the furthest, most distant star to the innermost place. It's there. So I don't want to be indifferent to that. I don't want to forget that it's in me, operating through me, and I certainly don't want to fail to use it. So again, you have the power, it's yours to use, and it will respond to you. So as we practice this teaching, we become empowered, and we're ready to embrace this tremendous power that's here. So it's definitely up to us. It always has been, but we haven't always known that. We used to language like, this person did this to me, or they did that to me, and you don't understand. This happened and that happened. And when we do that, we're so giving our power away. None of us want to be victims of this world. So we want to let that go. Ernest Holmes said, where your attention goes, your life flows. That's a nice little statement. Where your attention goes, your life flows. So think of prosperity, think of abundance, think of the divine givingness, think of gratitude. Gratitude in and of itself is a causative state. If you're coming from gratitude, you're going to create everything good. It can't be underestimated how powerful gratitude is. If we direct our attention towards fear, if we direct our attention towards limitations and limiting ideas, that becomes our reality also. So if we focus on what's possible, the possibilities, and we focus on growth, we're opening ourselves up to receive abundant blessings. All the abundant blessings of the universe, come to us. The kingdom is truly at hand. It's always been here. The Course in Miracles used to say, miracles are natural. When you're not experiencing them, if you're not seeing the serendipitous aspect of life, the good, in all parts of your life, the Course in Miracles will say something's gone wrong. It's not that anything really has gone wrong. It's just, some people have the ability to see the good, and then you start to see it everywhere, and you know that you're an inlet and outlet, and you develop more and more positive expectancy, and it demonstrates. You'll see manifestation after manifestation. So it's up to us. Again, this teaching challenges us to see life affirmatively, to set our sights high. You've always heard me quote Emerson, hitch your wagon to the stars. That's really what he's talking about there. Aim for the stars, not for the molehills. You've heard that one before. We encourage you to practice living this affirmative life each and every day. Just become more and more mindful. You might say, I'm supplied and supported. We at the center can support you in your journey by providing the classes we do, Wednesday, we have the Creative Living series that Jimmy facilitates. Thursday evening, we have the self-healing gathering that I facilitate, and I have been for many years. And every Sunday morning, and we support you by having everything we do on Facebook and YouTube and many of the other media platforms as well. Everything we do is designed to support your growth and your journey, the journey of your spiritual growth and your personal development. I have a few lines from a poem today. It's Mary Oliver's The Journey, which could amplify today's lesson. And she starts out by saying, one day you finally knew. You knew what you had to do and you began. Though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble and felt the old tug at your ankles, mend my life, each voice cried, but you didn't stop. So this particular poem you might need to listen to a couple times. I had to do it myself. It speaks to the courage that's sometimes required for us to follow this path, because there's going to sometimes be external pressures, and then there's internal fears. This poem is a reminder that the journey of self-discovery and empowerment is both personal and it's transformative. So I have 12 suggestions for getting yourself unstuck. Number 1, reflect on your thoughts. Pay attention to the conversation that you're having with the most important person in the world. Spend time each day in reflection, examining the thoughts that might be holding you back and actively choosing positive, forward-thinking ones. Another suggestion for getting unstuck is set small or at least manageable goals. I know we're big thinkers, but set goals that you know you can achieve to build up your consciousness. Break your larger goals down into small, achievable steps or tasks to help build the momentum, increase your faith. Number 3, another good way to get yourself unstuck. Change your routine around. Alter your daily routine to include new activities. This can shift your perspective and it can really spark your creativity. Number 4, find a way to connect with nature. Even for a few moments, spend some time outdoors. The simplicity and the beauty of nature will help clear your mind, and it always inspires new ideas. Number 5 rather, seek inspiration. Work with your affirmations or read a book. Listen to a podcast. Listen to one of our lessons on Facebook or YouTube, or watch a documentary on topics that interest you. Learning about different things can provide new insights and ideas. Number 6, another suggestion for getting unstuck is to use visualization techniques. Picture yourself succeeding and imagine the steps you would take to get to the goal. Visualizations can be powerful motivators. Number 7, declutter your space. I know that one might catch you by surprise. But organizing and clearing out your surroundings. When you do that, if you have a space that's orderly, it can lead to a more focused mind. And also it gets you doing something physically when you might be feeling that you're stuck. Number 8, talk about it. Discuss your feelings of being stuck with a friend or with a mentor. Sometimes verbalizing your challenges can help you see solutions. Even when you hear yourself say things out loud, it can help you. Next, number 9, take a break. Take that pause that we're talking about all the times. Sometimes just stepping away from a problem for a short while can help you approach it with a fresh perspective later. Another thought along the same lines is sometimes you just need to take a day, sleep on something, and you wake up with an entirely different perspective. Number 10, affirmative prayer or practice mindfulness. Engaging in affirmative prayer or mindfulness exercises will calm your mind and help you focus on the present moment. Number 11, engage in more creative activities, whether it's drawing, writing, maybe cooking, playing music, anything creative, any form of creative expression is a fantastic way to unlock new ideas and emotions. 12, this is one we sometimes forget, getting a little exercise in every day. Physical activity will boost your mood and your energy levels, making it easier for you to feel motivated and less stuck. So that's really today's lesson in a nutshell. Uh, the thing I want everyone to understand is life is always unfolding in perfection, and it's always about what's going on within, and it's within us and it's through us. As we learn to trust the process of life more, so we learn to develop this faith and have this positive expectancy, its mysteries, one and all, begin to unfold for you. So let's be committed to embrace the journey with very open arms and open heart. Again, trusting the process of life. Thank you for joining with us this morning. May you carry forward the insights and inspirations from today into the week. Hopefully your week is filled with love, intention, and always divine connection. We look forward to seeing you at our upcoming classes, and I'm really looking forward to hearing your sharing today. You are always exactly where you need to be. So let's take a moment to affirm together. I am a beacon of divine light and love. With every breath, I renew my commitment to my spiritual path and the highest truth of my being. I'm open and receptive to the divine wisdom that guides me. My heart is filled with gratitude for the journey that unfolds my highest potential and my deepest joys. As we embrace these words today, feel the energy of your intentions, setting the course for the day, for the afternoon, and the days ahead. Know that every step on your path is a reflection of your divine nature and your conscious choices. In a moment, we're going to open the floor for your sharing. We invite everyone on the call to take a minute or two and share your reflections, your demonstrations, or any insights you have from today's lesson. This is your time to speak. This oftentimes for many people is the best part of the morning. So everyone has a minute or two to express how today's message might impact them or anything else that's on your mind. So let's go. Your contributions are really a very important part of this Sunday morning gathering. Thank you.